Good evening, my MGTOW brothers. Yeah, let's go for a ride. First, we're going to go down here and drop this load that I've had here in beautiful Palestine, Texas since yesterday morning. Done 34-hour reset. Now we're going to go drop it. Then we're going to drive down to Houston, pick up something else. They tell me that they don't want me in Houston until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so it's kind of a crapshoot. But I'm tired of fucking sitting around. But we have a new clock. 70 hours has been reset. Hello, RO. back. Well, that took forever. Sorry about that, brothers. Good evening, Grinch.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
You sound like you're in the back end of a bus or something.
Just trying to be quiet. Everybody's laying down.
Well, I am backing up right now, so I'm going to be a little quiet too. You feeling all right?
Yes, sir. I'm just being quiet while you're driving.
There we go. Get into the lovely Walmart parking spot. Yeah, I'm going to unhook from this trailer and then go look and see if I can find it empty, which they didn't know if they actually had or not. Be right back.
Yes, sir.
right. How's your week been going, Grinch?
Pretty good. I'd say about 85% healed on my calf and my ribs.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta stop being so hard on yourself, man.
well, when Zeke took me out, I wish I would have had it on film. It had to
Yeah.
be funny as hell. It wasn't funny at the time. I was cussing like a little sailor. Mm-mm-mm.
You know, the little sailors and the big sailors all can cuss very good. It doesn't
Well,
matter the
I'm not a big
size.
sailor. I would have
You're
been
not
a
a
little sailor.
sailor at all,
Nope.
even though your checks came from the Department of the Navy. The
And
Men's
I do,
Department of the Navy.
and I did have and I do have 18 months worth of sea duty. Yeah. But I was out there cussing up a storm, and Zeke was just looking at me like, "What's wrong with you, dude?" uh, did it really take this long for you to get a job out of Palestine?
No, I'm just delivering. Walmart was not going to accept my trailer yesterday when I was ready to drop it. So I did a 34-hour reset,
Hmm.
and I'm still dropping it today because I had all day to drop it. And I'm going to drive down to Houston and see about picking up a load.
Hmm. In the comments section, I suggested a new Flanders Eve product, mangina cream.
Oh, China cream.
Yeah, one little dab and a quick rub, and you start bitching like a 304. Yeah, mangina cream. I have Mr. Zeke on my lap. He's giving my hand a bath in my arm. One of the
Just put the
neighbors over
post out.
the hill
China.
decided that they were going to light off an M200.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the whole valley was full of smoke. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now. Mr.
Yeah,
Zeke,
Walmart's one of those little companies that does signal block. Help when you turn, you know.
yeah. Tomorrow they're having a uh, motorcycle ride as a fundraiser for that Corey Campitor, the guy that got killed last year when they tried to assassinate President Trump.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a fundraiser, so I think we're just going to go to the fundraiser because I don't do those type of rides. I don't trust the people I'm riding with. I don't know them, so I don't trust them. Sir,
Plus,
what
you
are
haven't
you doing?
recovered.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
He's tearing up the one rug. What are you doing, fool? He has one rug that he likes to ball up and bite and scratch on. And that's what he's doing. Don't look at me like you're not doing anything, dog. Oh, silliness. So how's Sammy?
Sammy is doing all right. He's at my feet as normal, taking his road position.
Nice. Did you get any tacos or burritos or anything while you were in Texas?
Nope, I am on that diet. I can't eat any of the good stuff
Hmm.
because it's got too many carbs.
So, does this diet have a cheat day, or you have to stay on it for all the way through?
Oh, it's got cheat days, but I haven't done them.
Okay. Ah, we have Iridium Cush's Gay Aura
Oh man, that's gay.
saying, I need an empty trailer for all them kids. My basement is full.
My
And
goodness.
Rusty's here, and Seraphim, and Fagtowels are all liars. He told Iridium Cush's Gay Aura to leave them kids alone. And he said, never, thou shalt not telleth me what to do. And Earthium just joined, greetings, and said we got some late night driving.
Yep. And we got a sandpiper. I like the sandpipers. They're kind of cool.
Seraphim's still in the chat. RO's floating around here somewhere. Yesterday, or was it the day before, Mr. Zeke got stung by a bee, a grand bee.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like that very much.
Nobody does.
He got stung on his front left leg. So he got a little bit of Benadryl. And then he took a nice nap.
Yeah, I can verify that what they told me at the gate was true. There is no empty trailers here.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that's me calling up my office and saying, hey, there's no empties here. Want me to bobtail it down to Houston.
Mm.
So I will be right back. I have to make a phone call.
Yes, sir. I'll hold the fort down. Hey, Cyber Toxins Ghost. Greetings. I hope everyone's having a good evening. Yeah, he beat up your rug. Boo. Boo, 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 boo.
All right. Well, they have told me to hurry up and wait.
Oh, isn't that nice? So I guess they're going to consult the box of Lucky Charms to see if they have a trailer available in the box.
Yep. Now, the way my next job is set up, the one down in Houston, is it looks to be the format they use for a drop and hook. But it's quite possible that they're going to have me drive all over God's green earth to get an empty trailer somewhere.
Hmm.
So I may drive to Dallas to pick one up. I may drive to San Antonio to pick one up. I may drive anywhere. I just don't know. I'm going to check one little back alley. I think I saw them put one down here the last time I was in town. It's not the first time I've been to this lovely Walmart distribution center. So I know their tricks. But unfortunately, not
How
tonight.
how do you know if a trailer's empty or not?
You go out and open it up and look.
Hmm.
Sometimes you can beat on the side and you can hear that it echoes,
Okay.
but that's just sort of a guess. But they also park the empties in a specific area, no, so as not to get them confused with regular freight. And there's nothing here.
Hmm.
So
For
what do you
some
think of
reason,
Dan Bongino? Quit?
did he quit?
I don't know if he's quit yet, but it sure looks like he's gonna. Not involving himself in that fucking cover up. Good for him. Because with it coming out about the video being doctored, like we all fucking knew it was,
Mm-hmm. I seen the video with the missing minute, right? Well, it's actually more than a minute, but yeah, the missing time.
There's the missing time, and then there's the fact that uh, people have done some forensic analysis on it, and it's they even identified the program that they used to fucking edit the video. They used a fucking Adobe product on it. Them folkers are just dirty as all hell out, as all get out there in the FBI.
Well, the rumor I heard on one of the million subscriber platforms is supposedly the FBI under the prior administration destroyed so much evidence that none of us will ever know. It no longer exists.
Right, but the FBI um, is not being forthcoming with that.
Well,
They're
they did
they're
release
covering
the
their own asses
yeah.
and looking really fucking dirty for doing it.
I have not trusted the Bureau in decades.
No, but this is like a step above, beyond what their normal fuck up is.
You know, when they when
Pretty
our
much.
intelligence and law enforcement got together and created the Russia hoax, it was
Dude,
over
I
then.
haven't trusted these motherfuckers since Ruby Ridge.
Well, I concur with that. That and what was the other one? The one with the cattle
Waco.
ranchers? Waco. Then it was that cattle rancher where they shot him and his family.
Oh, Ruby Ridge was where they shot the family.
Yeah, they shot the mother with the baby in her arms.
Yeah, and the fucking teenage boy
Yeah.
and the dog. But the one guy they came to arrest, they didn't fucking shoot him.
And no, what was the ranchers out west that was using the public land that they've been using for you know
Oh, I
a,
know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name on that.
100 years, and they ended up getting into a gunfight with the feds. Hmm.
I don't remember the name on that, but I know what you're talking about.
And there was the Cuban kid that the
Yeah.
mother died, tried to bring him to the United States, and when he got here, Janet Reno's FBI SWAT team went in and raided and sent him back to Cuba.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ileon Gonzalez.
yes, that's it.
Yeah, the FBI under Clinton was very, very, very. They went completely off the reservation.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sure it was happening before then, but it wasn't as blatant. And they've just gotten more and more and more and more authoritarian.
and then you throw the FISA court in on top of that with the NSA. It's, it's our government's just a mess. At least they let go 1,300 State Department people today.
Well, that's a start.
It's a start.
Yes,
These
Seraphim
rogue
is
judges,
greeting the glowies.
is he?
Yeah, he says hello to our glowy friends.
Hey, our Vero's here. Therian Migtau. Good evening, sir. All right. Hey,
I
Outlaw.
do you want to see how to piss Seraphim off?
Not really.
Well, I'll show you anyways. Do that. That that'll do it. When you put
That's
that,
my man.
there we go. That goes away. Happy, angry, happy, angry, happy. We'll leave it happy.
Hmm.
Sammy, do you need to go potty? Huh? Do you need to go potty? Or you just want to come sit on my lap? It was a lap sitting. Are you driving the truck now, Sam?
Absolutely. So, about a week ago, Mr. Zeke decided he was going to start something new. When I put my feet up in my recliner,
Yeah.
he jumps up on the recliner and lays between my legs and put his paws on my chest, and he looks me right in the eye, and he wants me to pet him. Which I do. That's my job. His job is to get pet.
Sammy just jumped off and immediately wanted back up, and I'm like, "Fuck you! We're not going to play that game. We are not playing that game."
Get the snake, Sam. Get the snake.
Oh, there's no snake. He just wants to be a spaz, and I'm not. I don't put up with spaz.
Hmm.
He doesn't have the zoomies or anything like that. He just came up, said hello, looked around outside, and then jumped down. And then 30 fucking seconds later, I want to come up again. Can I come up? I'm like, no, get down.
Zeke had a stuffed chicken that he beat up pretty well.
Yeah.
So then I got him a stuffed rooster. So he's slowly but surely beating up the rooster to match the hen.
Right. Yeah.
And today he put a nice hole in his peep, his 3 foot peep, and started pulling stuffing out. So I hope we stop that. But I hope he isn't getting into killing the peep territory.
Yeah. Yeah. You knew it was coming.
Oh yeah. So Monday is my monthly chemo day. Yay me.
Hmm.
But at least this time no shot in the spine. They're just going to do intravenous chemo. Yay. What happened to Hemi? He disappeared.
Yeah. He went out while I was dealing with the gate guards at Walmart. I don't know what happened to him.
So my attorney got in touch with me today about the shed issue.
Yeah.
So that's ongoing negotiations. We'll just say it that way.
And he was asking your opinion or something on one of the negotiations, or
Well, after the first discussion with the other attorney, he had some questions
right,
that he needed clarification on.
right,
So I was telling him how the minutes are sent from the board to the management company and they post it on the website.
right,
So we've never had um, temporary minutes posted,
uh-huh,
and that's what the other three are saying. Oh no, what he's claiming in approval was just temporary. That was that wasn't what the actual vote was. We changed it.
so the lion,
Yes, in every sense of the word. And their attorney told him about the confrontation I had, the verbal confrontation with one of the board members, and I said, "Well, I don't respect people that come to my home and lie to my face in my house." And I make no bones about it.
yeah,
And I told him, hey, I had the port, the triple lumen sticking out of my chest. I said, and I told him that was the only thing stopping me from whooping his ass. I don't, I don't take, I do not do well with that. I do not go to another man's home and lie to him and expect no repercussions. There has to be consequences. You know, this pansy world we live in is just horrible. I'm glad I'm nearly elderly and I won't have to suffer this long. I can't take it. I wasn't raised that way. When you gave another man your word in a handshake, you might as well chiseled it in granite. Or you died trying. That was it. Yep. There's just, it's horrible. People just lie right to your face and they don't even think twice about it. And I am not afraid to say, yes, I said this or I said that, I did this or I did that, because if I'm not going to lie about the worst of me, then I'm not lying about the rest of it. You're
what's
right,
up, Abe?
Seraphim. Hey, hey,
Good evening.
good evening or good morning, sir.
What's going on? You're getting a late start today. Did you have to do a reset?
I did, but I didn't have to.
Ah,
I just did it because they wouldn't accept me before today. So I figured if I'm going to sit around all fucking day, I might as well get something out of the deal. And
oh,
I
there
got
you
my
go.
35.
Hello, Seraphim. Harvero. So yeah, Grinch, I am doing okay. I've only seen a couple little specks of they look like black pepper. They're supposedly pieces of kidney stone coming out.
Ooh.
So when they blew it up with the laser, apparently they can't grab every little piece. But yeah, I went and had last Wednesday. I went and had that stent pulled out. That was a very, very unpleasant experience.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
don't
that
knock you
does.
out for that.
I'm just glad you're doing well, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It don't hurt when I pee anymore. I'm not pissing blood and feeling pretty good.
On the 17th, we have to take Pappy in for a bladder procedure.
Mm,
They, we hope it's not cancerous.
well, let's hope not.
You know, oh, guys, that man's been through so much. You know, 3 tours in Vietnam, multiple tanks shot out from under him, where he was the sole survivor. He's still got shrapnel in his body, heart attack, AAA surgery, you know, the whole bit. Bless his
I,
heart.
I
He just keep going.
I worked with a guy that in Vietnam he ran PBR boat in Vietnam,
Hmm.
and he had two boats uh, blown out from under him, and one of them he was the only survivor, and the other one it killed everybody but him and one other guy. He told me some stories about going up those muddy rivers in Vietnam that make your shiver go up your spine.
We took Pappy to the traveling wall, and he
Oh
was
yeah.
looking. He was looking for a couple of his tank mates, the tank crew, that because he was in charge of the tank. He was the senior guy in the tank, and their names were not on the wall. And so we went to the computer to see if we could find it. And the guys that were running the computer looked at Pappy and said, "Well, they must not have died in Vietnam." And Tom and Pappy looked at that guy with the coldest eyes I have ever seen. Looked that guy dead in the eye and said, "I know they were dead. I put their decapitated bodies in the bag and pulled them out of the tank when it was done burning."
Yeah, I bet those guys felt like assholes. Wow.
You know, I so we left right away because he was so upset. And you got to wonder how many other people died in country and were not put on the wall just to keep the numbers down.
Oh yeah. What was it? 58,000 are on the
Yep,
wall.
yep. But
Yeah.
a lot more than that had passed from their injuries, because if you didn't die in country, if you were on a plane in the air, it didn't count. If you were on a hospital ship, it didn't count.
Yeah. If
You
they
would
got you from Germany or another country in at the hospital and you passed away, it wouldn't count either. Huh?
Yeah. So if you came all the way back to the hospital in Hawaii or San Diego or in Washington State, and then you died, they didn't count it as a combat death, even though your injuries occurred in country that led to your death. Now they don't do that. They don't have that policy anymore. but that's the policy they had in the 60s and 70s. It's a shame.
It's a crime.
I was
It
watching
is.
I can't remember, it was some channel, a YouTube video, and they were talking about stolen valor and false valor and everything. And this guy was talking about his dad in World War II got was they were in combat, and then he was back at the base or wherever they were. I think it was World War II. I don't think it was Vietnam. I think it was World War II. And he got sick, like diarrhea really bad. So he went to the field hospital and they treated him. And they said, "Well, what's your name?" He told them, and they wanted to put him on a list for a Purple Heart. And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And they said, "Well, anybody that's injured in a combat zone is eligible for a Purple Heart." And the guy was offended. He says, "Yeah, I'll come back and get one when I'm really hurt." And he left. But they were handing out Purple Heart for a guy. You know, they wanted to give this guy a Purple Heart because he had stomach virus. And it's like, well, I don't think that's exactly what they were for. Not a combat injury. It was a mess hall injury, probably.
Did you know that the Purple Heart originally was our country's Medal of Honor under George Washington?
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes, the Purple Heart.
Does it have Washington's face on it?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
General Washington was the person that issued those personally to wounded troops, the Purple Heart. And then later on, they created the Congressional Medal of Honor. And they've had, I think, about a half dozen men who received two of them. One of them, I believe the first dual Medal of Honor winner was actually General Custer's younger brother. Got two Medal of Honors. And Dan Daly, a Marine, he received two Medal of Honors, and he was put up for two more, but they wouldn't give it to him. They just gave him Silver Stars.
Could you imagine receiving 4 Medals of Honor? You would have had to seen a lot of bad things and done a lot of good things under extreme amounts of pressure. That's amazing.
He started out at 17 and did like 25 years in the Marine Corps and did stuff in the Far East in the Banana Wars and all kind and you know the turn of the 20th century was a very unique time for combat for the Marine Corps and the Navy.
I had my great grandfather's brother, so it'd be my great uncle or great great uncle.
Mm-hmm.
He was on, I think, the last wood deck carrier of World War II. I don't recall the name of it, but he lied. He was 14 years old, lied and said he was 17 years old, and went into the Navy and fought in World War II. 14-year-old kid on an aircraft carrier.
Brandon told me about a 12-year-old kid that's seen combat. Yeah.
American kid?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 years old. Yep. Youngest one to enlist. And they caught him eventually. Yeah.
Well, this relative of mine, he I guess, got real good at working on the compasses on the ships and calibrating the compasses or making sure that everything was right on them and everything. And I think he was a career Navy man, got out, lived on Whidbey Island out in Washington, real close to the naval base. And for years, he had clearance to go as a civilian to go on to the base and go work on the compasses on the ship.
Wow.
Because he was one of the few people left alive that knew how to do it. And they would call him and ask him, hey, can you come and check this out and work on this? And he'd go, yep. And he'd go out there and work on these ships, on the compasses and stuff. So I remember meeting the man a couple of times when I was a little kid. I mean, little. I remember he was at my great grandparents' place, and he rolled up in like a 1978, I think it was 77, 78, blue and white Toyota Celica. And I've found pictures of that year, that vintage, and I've seen the car. I believe it was white with blue stripes. And I remember that car, but I think I met him one or maybe two other times when I was a little bit older. But when you're 12 years old, that was over 40 years ago. It's like you don't remember people that you've only met once or twice. Their faces kind of disappear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was on the shooting team for the Navy, the pistol team. I guess he was a hell of a crack shot with a 1911. But
Yeah,
my great grandfather, he grew up. He was born in 1900. He grew up having to hunt to feed the family and everything. So I'm sure all of his siblings were probably pretty decent shots, like most people back then. You had to be good with a gun, or you might not see a meal for a while.
Yeah, much
man,
different.
I certainly, you were talking about stolen valor. I get so angry when I find somebody who's calling out uh, stuff they possibly couldn't have done, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to fucking bother a lot of people. But I sure hate it. I can't stand it when people do that.
Well, have you seen that Tim Kennedy released an apology letter? Well, his lawyer and publicist released an apology letter for all the bullshit that he has lied about. Now he's being investigated by the Maryland Army National Guard, because I think technically he's still a member of that unit, and he's got people in Congress looking at him because he had claimed that he killed women and kids, and he killed non-combatants and all this other shit. Well, then his commander in that battle said absolutely not. He didn't kill any women or kids. There weren't any side casualties. And he says, I'm trying to save you from a investigation that could put you in prison for the rest of your life. He's basically telling them, quit lying, quit being stupid, and trying to get all this accolade from all these fucking bootlickers, you know. And then he released a deal because he was claiming he had a Bronze Star with a V or with a Valor, and he was claiming several Purple Hearts. And people have talked to. He was a Green Beret, and people were in his unit to talk to and says he never did this, he never did that. He never ran around with a bag with 50 hand grenades in it and cleared a building by himself with a bag of 50 hand grenades. I mean, just he wrote a book, and everybody gone through that book and just tore it apart, and everybody's called him a liar. But he's got a couple of big wigs YouTube guys that are ex-military that still kind of go for him. But he was in the White House with Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump. You got a guy that has lied about his military service for years, and he's one step away from the president. He was trying. I don't know if he did get a cabinet position, but he was definitely trying. He's a scumbag. And now the truth is coming out.
There's a channel called the Green Beret Chronicles,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a panel of special ops guys, some SEALs, some Green Berets. They get some Air Force spec op guys on it and stuff. And they this one SF guy keeps saying, "Yeah, all I need is a bag of grenades. I can solve any problem."
Yep. He was making fun of Tim Kennedy.
Yeah.
The Unhero podcast or something like that. That's the one that's got one guy's a SEAL, the other one's a ex Green Beret. They're the ones. Them and that Hookstead.
Yeah,
I've
heard that name. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that both went in on Kennedy and have for the last 7 months have been trashing him and putting his name out there and then proving with interviews with guys that served with him he never did this. No, he didn't. He was in Afghanistan for 24 hours. How did he go on all these missions? I mean, they're making him look bad, real bad.
Well, didn't, if I remember correctly, he was a UFC fighter, and didn't he try professional wrestling too?
I don't know about that, but he was a UFC fighter, and he quit because he fought this Brazilian that he was beating, and the rest, the round ended, and the guy didn't get up and get back to his corner in time or something, and then he came back out for the next round. It looked like he had quit, and then he came back up the next round, and I think he ended up beating Kennedy, and he quit the UFC because he's like, this is bullshit. I had you quit, then you come back and blah blah blah. But yeah, he's a phony fucker.
Yeah, he had claimed that he had gone to some special school twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys were in his class said, no, he did go to that school.
Yeah, apparently he got hurt or something and wasn't able to continue, and he never went back and finished.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, that happens a lot. Guys get beat up.
Yeah.
But the guy's no sissy if he earned his SF tab.
Oh, he was a Ranger and he was a Green Beret.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of guys that didn't like him because he had a mouth on him and an attitude. And when you're in an environment like that, you have to work as a team. If you're a fucking Lone Ranger, you're going to get yourself killed or somebody else killed. You have to be able to work as a team, and there was a lot of guys that hated his guts.
Speaking of stolen valor, did you see that Navy SEAL O'Neill, the one that claims to have killed Bin Laden? Did you see that they changed the story again?
Oh, he needs Rob O'Neill. He needs to quit drinking because he's doing these 3 a.m. drunk texts and putting posts out. And yeah, he's threatening. He goes, because everybody that was involved in that said that this guy named Red, his nickname was Red, but nobody knows who he is. They said Red was the one that shot him. And then O'Neill came in the room like third through the door, and he put a couple in him, and then he shot him in the head. They weren't supposed to shoot him in the head because they wanted facial recognition, and they did it in DNA. But there's another guy. I have a book, his book. It's called No Easy Day, and he wrote it under a surname or a different name. But he claimed to be the first one through the door. So now you have 3 different people that, Red's never claimed. Everybody else in the team said Red was the first one through the door and killed Bin Laden. And O'Neill's story has changed several times. He can't keep his lies straight. It makes me sick because when that story first came out, it was like, wow, what an experience. And then to find out, and there's been so many people that have proved him wrong, and he's still going with it. They needed a mouthpiece. They needed somebody to be the hero, kind of like Marcus Luttrell from Lone Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that when they found him, when they finally got him from that Afghan village, he went in with was it 10 magazines? He went in with 10 magazines and only had 1 magazine missing. He had 9 magazines. He had 270 rounds still with him. And they were in a 3-hour gunfight with 75 combatants. It sounds like he ran his ass off, and the other 3 guys on his team died on that mountain.
On the Rob O'Neill story, the new character that he recently added, the first, I don't want to say person, but the first creature in the door for Bin Laden's bedroom was a Belgian Malinois.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're telling me 15 years later, all of a sudden the dog pops up? The dog hasn't been in the story anywhere for 15 years. Then all of a sudden the dog's a part of the story.
Well, no, I've heard that dog's name is Cairo. And that dog went on missions with them, and I've heard several stories about that mission, and but the stories I heard was Cairo was there for crowd control, because when they blew through the front gate, because that one chopper went down and the other one, when they had to start busting through doors and stuff, they used Cairo with his handler and like 1 or 2 other guys. They stood out by the front gate when the people started showing up. All the neighbors started wondering what all the big boom boom bang bangs was going on, and Cairo was basically there as like a security device. But now he's saying Cairo was the first one in the door?
Yes.
Jesus. Well, he got mad. He was drunk texting, and he got mad here a while back, and then he realized what he did, and he erased it. But once it's out there, somebody snagged it, and he said, "Oh, you want to hear a Red story? Oh, I'll tell you all about Red story. I'll tell you everything if you really want to hear it." Well, I think he did that to try to intimidate the guy Red from ever coming out, because if that guy does come out and say anything, he's actually the only professional one in the whole deal. He hasn't talked about it. He's one of the silent professionals. These guys never used to talk about it. Now they all get books and they get podcasts, and they're all fucking super badasses. But this guy, they don't even know his name. Nobody. There's a couple. I've heard a name before, and I can't remember what it is. But they said they think that that's this guy, but there's no definite proof. And he's been keeping a low profile, and as far as I know, he's still active. This guy's still on the team, so he's not
I
saying anything.
I I know a bunch of uh, former retired SF guys, and I met a couple of the guys from Operation Eagle Claw.
Oh
If you
yeah, yeah,
and
that was a.
one of the guys that I was going through SF selection and training with was one of the sergeant majors that was on Eagle Claw from the team, and it was his son. And I, where the unit where I was uh, based at is the selection school for CAG,
Yeah,
and that's what we trained on, their course for
yeah,
land
that was
nav
Jimmy
and
Carter's
everything.
last ditch effort to try to save face.
And those guys, they talk about absolutely nothing. They'll tell
Yeah,
you, yeah, I was in the fifth group, or I was in the seventh group, or, and that's all they say. Well, yeah, I went to, they talk about the schools they went to. I went
yeah,
to Halo, and I went to sniper school, and I went to sapper school, and they and that's all they don't talk about any of the missions. They'll say, "Yeah, I was out of country, and we did a bunch of we just had our job to do." They don't say
yeah,
nothing. And these guys, some of these guys have been off the teams for 40 years, and they still don't say anything. He goes, I've never been released from my classified missions. I'm not going to talk about them. But and they are disgusted by, um, all these idiots on TV and writing books and stuff. They hate it.
yeah,
But the young guy that I went, because I was 37 when I went down to Fort Bragg to to try to earn my SF tab. And the one guy I went with, the young kid, he was 20. His father was a sergeant major, and he was in Operation Eagle Claw. Well, one of the instructors started dogging him out, and they have by the barracks when this was 20 years ago, 21 years ago, and they they had this pool of water with this big mound like an island, and they had all these rubber ducks in the water, and they had a red devil duck on top of the island, and you weren't allowed to touch the devil duck. You weren't allowed to splash it with water or nothing, and they would just wear your ass out in this pond. This oh god, it sucked. Well, this young kid ended up blowing out both his knees, getting dogged out by this sergeant first class. So he went to the hospital, and I was already there being treated for my fractured back. And he called his dad. Well, his dad was so mad that he called a 4-star. He called it a general that he used to work with, used to be his CO. That guy didn't even see the sun come up. He was gone. And the three other cadre that were in that class were gone. I mean, not just gone from being a cadre. They were gone. They weren't put back to their units or nothing. They were gone out of the Army like they never existed.
I wonder what happened to them.
Well, when a 4-star calls up and said, "What are you doing?" You know, because technically they're not allowed to do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bad what they used to do to the guys that were going through training back then, that a major that was what do you call it, the military lawyers
Oh.
seen one of the
Jag.
JAGs, that's it, yeah, they he stopped, and one of the cadre was dogging out this guy in the pond, in the duck pond, and made him stop, got his name, and forwarded it to the chain of command, because you're a student. You're not supposed to be getting dogged out. The training's already hard enough. 80% of the guys fail due to catastrophic injury. It's not easy. And 2 days later, there was a fence up around the whole complex that you couldn't look into the barracks and see what was going on from the road anymore. They didn't get rid of the pond. You just couldn't see it from the road anymore.
I had an uncle in Vietnam. He would have been the second oldest. My dad was the baby of four brothers, and so the second oldest would have been probably about either 6 or 8 years older than my dad. And he went to Vietnam, and he was in the Marine Corps in Vietnam. And I don't know what the Marine version of the CBs are, but that's what he was, I guess, doing. Like, they were building landing strips and running bulldozers through jungle. Yeah, so he was doing that. But he had said, told my dad, I guess, one time that when they were in boot camp, the drill instructors beat a guy to death. They kicked him and would stand on his back, try to make him do push-ups and put their foot in the middle of his back, and they kicked him and beat on him, and they killed him. He said that guy died in a training accident is what the official story was, but he says those guys beat that poor fucker to death. They got away with it.
I believe it.
But that was also, so my dad would have graduated in 71. So he probably was in 60, well, probably only 3 or 4 years older than my dad then. He was probably in Vietnam in 68 or 69, I would say. Mm-hmm. So he was only a few years older than my dad. The oldest brother was 10 years old. There was 10 years between the youngest and the oldest. So the oldest was born in 44, and my dad was born in 50 or 43, and then my dad was born in 53. So, yeah, he said it was a different world back then. Now, you could start crying and they have to stop.
Well, I don't believe that for a minute.
Oh, dude, when I was working for Raytheon, we went to do an install of some radars on the new anti-submarine airplanes, the P-8s. During the installation of one of the radars, this fucking airman pulls out this card and shows it to the first class. And the first class was giving him some instruction, but he stops, and the kid walks off. And I go, what the fuck was that? And the first class tells me that was a stress card. If
Oh,
the if they're feeling stressed, they show these cards to the fucking guy who's stressing them out, and they have to stop.
yeah. They tried that at the railroad. They had these red cards, and they said stop or something like that, and it had an acronym, and it was in case your fucking pussy hurt and somebody was hurting your feelings, you could pull that out, and then they'd have to stop what they were doing, and then you guys would talk it out, or you'd have to go get a supervisor and talk it out. And I'm like, oh my god, red card. It was called a red card, RED, and it was it looked like a red credit card, but it had, yeah, that didn't last very long. Though the first week that we had those, everybody was whipping those out on everybody. If you looked at somebody, they'd pull their card out and go, "You're going to be in trouble."
Hey, Brandon,
There
that
was more.
sounds like some Flanders Eve mangina cream could be sent.
Oh God, it was a joke. I mean, it was so ridiculous. Everybody just looked at it as it was a joke.
It was a joke.
Yeah, it was some woman in HR somewhere, and probably some fag that decided that their fifis, you can't hurt nobody's fifi, so we're going to do this to protect the company from lawsuits. Kind of like
Hazing. They call that hazing.
yeah,
That ain't fucking hazing. Hazing's when fucking four guys show up your bunk in the middle of the night and beat the crap out of you with soap and a sock.
yeah,
Blanket party time. Yep.
yeah.
But
So what are you getting loaded right now or what?
no, I got here, I dropped my load, and I was supposed to pick up an empty,
Okay.
but there's no empties.
Oh, are you at a distribution center or something?
Yeah, I'm at the Walmart distribution center. I called the office, and they said, "Oh, we'll find you a new one." And then I haven't heard shit from them since. I filed my fucking, empty report, and then they come back and says, "I need your loaded call and your empty call." It's like, bitch. My office is since Wednesday. On Wednesday, I saw I would be able to get down here ready to deliver by, yesterday morning. And I said, "Hey, can I get in there early?" And they fucking didn't get back to me and didn't get back to me and didn't get back to me. And so I finally called them up yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm sitting here. I know Walmart charges us money if we come early. Do you want me to go or not?" And they said, "Don't go. Go tomorrow," which is go today. And I said, "Okay, if I'm going to sit around all day, I might as well just do a 34, which is why I'm going tonight." Then I get here tonight at Walmart. They don't have an empty for me, and I've got to be down in Houston tomorrow morning to pick up another load. But these guys are not giving me shit. They're not responsive. I had 4 different people fucking write me and ask me why I was still sitting in Palestine over the last 34 hours. They don't fucking talk to each other, and they will not fucking pre-plan. I didn't get my next trip given to me until like 4:45 this afternoon. 15 minutes before they fucking go on home and have a good time.
Yeah, gone for the weekend.
Gone for the weekend.
Yeah.
And I've got a load I've got to pick up tomorrow to deliver on Sunday. And I bet you they don't have anything lined up for me on Sunday either. These fucking bitches do the absolute bare minimum, and none of them will make a fucking decision. I should have been told when I called up and said I have no empty. I should have been told, go to this yard and pick up an empty. We'll fucking give you the extra miles because you have to drive somewhere else to get an empty trailer. But no, no. They said, hang on, I've got to make a phone call because they can't fucking do shit. So whoever's running the office has these people working as they're just fucking middlemen.
They
And
got
they don't
somebody micromanaging them.
Yeah, and then they don't fucking talk to each other when something gets set up. And back to the stolen valor thing. Our very own fucking MGTOW stolen valor guy, Timothy Sokol. Timothy Sokol claims to have been Army. Fucking, he said he was a Ranger. Said, and here's what I caught him on, and I'm certain there's other things, but this is just the one that I caught him on. Timothy and I are the same age. And Timothy claims that he was a fucking sniper in the Falklands War.
In what year? 1981? Was that when that was?
I think it was 83, but either way, he still would have been, in high school. And on top of everything else, the United States didn't fight in the Falklands War.
Hey, Saunders. Flanders is in here.
Yo, Flanders.
Hey, Flanders. Yeah, I didn't hear that. The only thing I ever heard Timmy talk about was he was in the airborne. But I'm a year older than you guys, and there's no way I was in 10th grade when the Falklands War went off.
Yeah.
And I graduated high school, went to Marine Corps boot camp in my A school, graduated A school, and I was still 17 years old because my birthday's at the end of October. So how the hell did he go to the Falklands if I go in the military at 17 and I'm older than him? It's impossible.
It must have been an OJT class in high school.
I didn't even know that he served in the British military. He never said that.
Well, that's because he didn't.
Maybe he fought for the Argentinians.
Maybe. As far as I know, the only U.S. involvement in the Falklands War was the Air Force running tanker planes so that the British could fly from Great Britain, drop their bombs, and then they refueled on the way down there and then refueled on their way home.
What was that? The Vulcan bombers? Is that what they were called?
Yeah, the Vulcan ones were, that was a British bomber. I don't know what kind of bombers the British flew in the Falklands War, but the Vulcan was a cool bomber. Fucking Delta Wing.
Mm-hmm. Fast.
So that's the only American involvement in the Falklands War that I know about. Because we were allies with both countries. And the Monroe Doctrine and all that stuff, but.
And then we helped the Argentinians what was it, in the late 90s, early 2000s when they lost that submarine and our guys found it?
Yeah.
You know, it was like 3 months after it went down, but they eventually found it. And it was in a depth that they're not going to pull it up.
No.
You know, that thing must have imploded at the depth that it's at.
Well, we've had the technology and the little those subs that can go down and rescue people for a long time. I mean, the Russians, we could have saved that Russian crew, but they let them die. What was that? The Kursk? That
Yeah,
had
the one
one
in
of
the Baltics. Yeah.
Yeah, the torpedo blew up at the front. It basically blew the whole front of the frickin' sub off, and everybody else that was in the compartments that weren't towards the front basically suffocated and froze to death. Yeah, I worked with a guy that was, when he was in the Navy, he was stationed in Morocco. Was it Morocco or Algeria? But they put up diesel. Basically, they were like giant diesel electric locomotive engines, and they put up power plants. I believe it was in Morocco, and he was in the Navy, and they were inland building power stations in Morocco. And then when he was on the ship, they were on a some kind of a tender type ship that had one of those little rescue subs or rescue pods or whatever on it. And he was on the ship when they went and rescued somebody out of a submarine one time.
Well, the Russian submarines had the sail was supposed to be able to detach from the submarine and float to the surface.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you were all supposed to cram. You were all supposed to cram yourself in there, and then they'd detach from the sub and float up.
Oh,
but that never happened on the Curse because there was a fire. It fucked something up.
Did you ever see the reason why that sub blew up?
Liquid peroxide.
Yeah. I did not know that their torpedoes were powered by hydrogen peroxide.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Had a leak and then an explosion. One of the torpedoes had some kind of a leak, and it leaked hydrogen peroxide out. And I didn't know that hydrogen peroxide was that volatile. But apparently,
yeah, it is. They use it in rockets too.
But that's what happened. It leaked, and then in the torpedo compartment, and then there was some kind of a spark or something happened, and it had a big boom, and it basically took the front third of that submarine, cracked it off, and those guys were goners probably instantly, or very soon afterwards, and then everybody else, because they for a few days they had people banging on the hull with wrenches and stuff, like SOSs and stuff. I heard they could pick it up on underwater microphones.
The British and the NATO countries all knew exactly when it happened because of the seismic shock wave in the sea. It set off all the sensors. They knew right where it happened.
And Russia said, "Oh, nothing to see here, comrade."
Yeah, and allowed those men to die. And it wasn't very deep. It was what, like 350 feet or 180 feet.
Yeah, it was like I thought it was like 400 or something like that. Well, within. I mean, divers can go down that far. You know, the deep water divers can go 400 feet.
Yeah, our technology could have saved them, but the Russians didn't want us to touch that sub.
Yeah.
And then what was it? The Swedes or the Finns ended up using diamond saws to cut the ship up and to bring it back up so they could get the bodies. They had to cut it into 4 or 5 sections.
Yeah.
They sent divers down with torches and diamond saws to cut it.
I've worked with at least 2 guys I know that were in submarines, were submariners, and both of them were weird. I mean, they're good guys. They're very smart, very intelligent, but they were a little bit just eccentric or a little bit just weird. And I don't know if they were like that before they went into the subs or if being underwater for months at a time and not seeing any sunlight makes you that way. Not probably what I would want to do for a living, being in one of those things. Because if something does go bad,
All right, Sammy.
it's bad.
I don't think that would bother me. I don't have any claustrophobia.
Well, I
To
remember
me, it would
watching
just
Gray
be a
Lady
job.
Down when I was a kid, and I was like, God, that would be a bad situation to be in.
Yeah.
Did you ever
things
watch
go-
that movie?
Which one?
Gray Lady Down?
No.
It's about a submarine that sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a pretty good flick, actually.
You know,
Well,
how many
Sammy,
years did it take them to find the Scorpion in the Nautilus? Took them a long time to find those 2 American subs.
yeah, and then they had was the Thresher the first nuclear sub that sunk?
Nautilus.
The Nautilus?
Yeah.
The Thresher was in there too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you think about how many have we lost that the government didn't tell you about?
I have
You
no
know,
idea. I have no idea.
because
I
some of
can't
these things.
imagine losing a $4 billion nuclear sub and the crew never comes back to port. And how do you cover that up?
They all died in training accidents.
But where's the sub?
They slapped the numbers on another one, a spare one they had in the garage.
That's actually the
Kind of like the Titanic.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the story of the Titanic. That and the Olympic changed because of the coal fire that was going on inside the Titanic.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a coal fire in one of the coal bunkers and you had 28-degree water, I don't think that steel would be able to withstand that for very long.
Well, I've seen some shows about that iceberg that hit them was actually a couple of torpedoes out of a very early submarine.
I've heard that.
And the reason why is because 3 of the members that were on Jekyll Island to establish the Federal Reserve in 13?
Mm-hmm.
So was it 1911 or 12 that the Titanic went down? Somewhere around there.
Yes, I think it was 12.
And then the Federal Reserve was created in 1913. But when all the big bankers from around all the big shots went to Jekyll Island to go talk about the Federal Reserve. The three guys that were opposed to it supposedly were on the Titanic, and it just happened to hit an iceberg and go down. And then the Federal Reserve was created after that.
I'll be back
But
in a
who
bit.
knows?
I'm going to call the company again. It's been an hour.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
And then what is it? The Lusitania was torpedoed by the German U-boat because it was supposedly was carrying how many tons of ammunition and weapons for the British Army?
And they said it was a passenger ship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about the USS Liberty in the Gulf of Tonkin?
Yeah. That was another one.
That was attacked by Israeli fighter jets. And that got us into Vietnam.
And then
you got to have a catalyst because that war machine wants to eat.
What was the name of the ship that the Vietnamese supposedly boarded and held the crew hostage? Begin with an M, didn't it?
I
It
don't.
was a spy ship.
Well, the USS Liberty was a spy ship, but it was attacked, and then the Vietnamese were blamed for attacking it.
But who supposedly attacked it?
It was supposed to be the Vietnamese, and that's what got us into the Gulf or the Vietnam War. It was Israeli fighter jets, and when Israeli, I don't know if there was an Israeli ships around, but I know the planes were attacking it, and then supposedly one of the fighter pilots said, "This is an American ship," and his commander said, "Destroy it. Keep on keeping on."
I didn't know the Israelis had aircraft and naval assets in the area. That sounds a little far-fetched, doesn't it?
That's the theory, and there were people that were on the Liberty that said that those were Israeli planes attacking them, not Vietnamese. But we'll never know.
Israeli planes would have been American planes, built planes.
Well, they weren't F-16, so I don't know what they were. They would have been, we had F-4s.
Well, the F-4 didn't come till after the start of the war. Before then, it was the Sabre.
Yeah.
And the Skyhawk, the A-4. And what else was it? The F-101?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm not.
Yeah, if you want to go on a deep dive, just look up the USS Liberty and all the scuttlebutt about it.
Arviro said it was the Pueblo. That was the one I was thinking of. Good call, brother.
Oh, the one where the Vietnamese took it over and were holding it hostage or something, or invaded it?
Yeah.
Yes, the USS Liberty attack. Overview. The USS Liberty incident was an attack on a United States Navy technical research ship by Israeli Air Force jet fighter aircraft and Israeli Navy motor torpedo boats on 8 of June 1967 during the Six-Day War.
So that would have happened in the Mediterranean, not in Vietnam.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Israel sank with full knowledge a United States Navy ship. It was a fucking electronic spy ship. Call it, what it really was.
Yeah.
But our fucking ally sank our ships, and nothing fucking happened to them.
Yep.
I'm wondering what kind of dirt do they have on Trump? Because until just recently, he was like, we're not going to get into any more foreign wars, blah, 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 and we'll get the Epstein stuff released, and then all of a sudden, his tune changes. I am firmly convinced that the Mossad found something on him that he doesn't want getting out.
Yeah, the Gulf of Tonkin was in '64, and that was the site of two alleged attacks on U.S. Navy destroyers, the USS Maddox and the USS Turner Joy. But I don't think that was all. Yeah, I had them both mixed up. I thought the Gulf of Tonkin is where the USS Liberty got hit, but the USS Liberty got hit off of the Sinai Peninsula.
In the Red Sea.
You've got food. You've got water. You need nothing.
Yeah, they said that they were attacked by two Mirage 3S's, two Mysteri. It's MYSTERE 4s. So two Mirage 3s, two Mysteri 4s, and three motor torpedo boats. 34 killed, 171 wounded, and one ship heavily damaged. Israel apologized for the attack, saying the USS Liberty had been attacked in an error after being mistaken for an Egyptian ship. But it was also said that the pilots were saying this is a U.S. Navy ship, and they were told to keep attacking. My greatest ally.
They're not our ally. Brandon will tell you we don't have any treaties with them.
We
They
do
like
have
our
treaties
money.
with them, but we do not have a mutual defense treaty with them.
But we go fight all their wars for them. They start it and then say, "Big brother, come help." Yeah, for Trump to run on, we're going to get the Epstein list out. We're going to get the JFK list out. We're going to get the Martin Luther King, all that stuff out. All these conspiracies, all these things that have been kept under wraps, we're going to get all that out. And then he just says, well, you're still talking about Epstein? He's been dead for years. There's nothing to see here. Hey, move on, huh? Forget about it. If Trump would have been on that list, he would have. The Democrats would have been screaming it for the last 8 years. He never would have gotten reelected.
Yeah, but they got something else on him.
Yeah, something else, or they just said the powers that be are above all of them said no, you need to drop this and stop, because there's people that call the shots above the president of the United States. Yes, Hemi, they don't call us Big Brother. They call us Goyim. Fight our battles, Goy. Post Nut Clarity says Trump hung out with he said he meant to say Epstein, but autocorrect said Einstein. Trump hung out with Einstein as a friend. Yeah, watch Devin Stack's MAGA Brain episode. Fucking autocorrect, it gets me all the time. Usually about 1.5 seconds after I realize it, after I've sent it, I'm like, God, son of a bitch.
Well, Trump also dropped Epstein, his relationship with Epstein, after his first conviction.
Trump was the reason he got convicted. he had information on him. And yeah, you're right. He cut all ties when he found out that he was a kid diddler and smut peddler. He cut all ties with him. And the only time he ever flew on the Lolita Express was from New York City to Florida, I believe, because something was wrong with his jet, and he caught a ride on Epstein's plane, supposedly, down to Florida. And that's the only time he's on that flight log, apparently. Because if he was on that flight log 26 times like Bill Clinton, it would have been known. It would have been public knowledge.
You know that Trump's what he has a 707? His
Trump's
airplane?
his is a 767. Let me look it up.
But what makes his unique is he has Rolls-Royce engines on his plane and not Boeing manufactured engines.
Boeing doesn't make engines.
Well, whatever they put normally on the plane is not what Trump had. Trump has specially built Rolls-Royce engines for his Trump plane.
Well,
Trump,
Boeing has their airplanes set up so they can put any engine on them. Rolls-Royce, Pratt and Whitney. Those are the two big ones out there.
yeah,
that they always use. So having different airplane or engines on there, that's sort of kind of a design feature. You can order, it's an option.
yeah. Yeah, it says the crown jewel of Trump fleet is the custom Boeing 757, one of the most private jets in the world. The aircraft is powered by Rolls-Royce engines.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, General Electric, that's another one. Vero,
Yeah,
you're right.
GE.
Yeah.
Well,
Hemi
gentlemen,
knows about General Electric. They make toasters that burn your toast and burn your house down. You know? Okay?
nice.
GE, we bring good things to living. We bring good things to life. We bring the fire department to your house.
Wow.
I have to work on General Electric locomotives, and I had to the other day. It took me 45 minutes to change 2 brake shoes on a General Electric locomotive. I would love to meet the engineer that designed that brake head and all the other hardware with it, because I would kick him right square in the nut.
Speaking of getting kicked in the nuts, hey Saunders, did you know? Actually, hop on the panel, Saunders. I got to tell you something.
He says there can be only one chat. Yes, we're Highlanders tonight.
Saunders, hop on the panel.
All right. Good night, guys. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Grinch.
Peace
Good night,
out.
Rich. Good talking to you, brother. I appreciate it.
You too, brother. It's great talking to you and Brandon. Take care, brothers.
Flanders might not be able to talk. He might be eating some corn the long way. He says, wait 1. Hemi says, wait 3. Oh, Hemi's an asshole. But that's why we like him. He's our Tim Horton butthole in the north. Now there's a bunch of 3s in the chat for some strange reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Grinch's picture's still up. You must be muted, Grinch. I can see your voice is there, but you're not talking.
Oh, he's having a senior moment. Give it.
Oh, Arvero says Tim Horton isn't Canadian anymore. Oh, shit. Well, there are a couple in America, but I think they're up in like northern Michigan and Minnesota, I think. I didn't go to a Tim Horton when I was up there in, when I was at Chris Mitchell's place, he had some Tim Horton coffee because they sell it, all pre-ground, and I think you can buy the beans. And I will say it was a damn good cup of coffee. I will give them that. But Tim Hortons are like Starbucks in Washington State. Seemed like there was one on every other fucking street corner.
What's up, Saunders?
Hey, True Blood Ape. Good to hear from both of you. How you guys been? Doing okay? I've heard you've had better days lately, Ape.
Well, my pee doesn't look like cranberry juice, and it doesn't make me scream when it comes out. So I'm doing a lot better.
Good God Almighty. I know what it's like to pass that shit. And so you guys, if any of you don't know, it's almost like a salt crystal. You can it's the craziest fucking thing, and it hurts in a way that I can't possibly describe.
Been there, done that twice.
Me too, Brandon. Me too.
There
exactly
was no
twice.
passing. There was no passing this one. It was over a 1/4 inch in diameter.
Holy shit. They stop at 4 millimeters, don't they?
And mine was 7.
Damn. So they couldn't even did they air blast it then, or do you mind me asking?
No, they stuck a freaking laser up my piss pump and blasted it with a fucking laser beam.
Oh God, Mouth of Gape got routed off the range.
Hemi says,
yes, True Blood. What's up, brother?
The reason I asked you on was, did you know that there's 3 sizes of athletic supporters?
Oh, Jesus Christ, here we go. No, I didn't, but I'm sure you're going to educate me.
Well, there's and they have sort of a weird naming system. There's Catholic.
What?
There's Salvation Army, and then there's Baptist.
this is where you asked about it.
So the Catholic, that's the one for the masses, right?
Okay.
And the Salvation Army, they're the ones that for the fallen. And then the Baptists are the ones that make a mountain out of a molehill. So.
Oh God.
Good God Almighty, man.
Oh. That was a long time waiting for that punchline.
Where's the Protestant size?
Well, maybe I didn't have Tim Hortons coffee, Hemi. You said it's Sing Hortons, and it's terrible. I don't know.
You got to remember that's the bougie Canuck. He grinds his own.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he grinds his own coffee. Hemi, you told me that I was bougie for having my yard mowed for me. So you're just as bougie as me.
and Hemi won't even smoke fucking ditchweed. He goes and buys the good shit.
Well, I'm going to have to side with Hemi on that one, Ape. I'm sorry, because ditchweed is no good.
It gives you a bad headache. I've heard.
Exactly. That's almost exactly how it happens. No, True Blood, good to see you, man. Ape, good to see you. My oldest son's here tonight. He's a tired boy. He's already pretty much passing out. Hopefully the littles will be here tomorrow.
How was your birthday?
Well, it depends on how much you guys want me to get into it.
Did you end
That's
up
not
in jail?
lazy. That's not lazy, Hemi. I mowed the yard for 30 fucking years. It's somebody else's job now. I earned my keep. I did it for 30 years. That's it. I'm good.
Hey, Flanders.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Bloody
How dare you,
Mary.
Brandon?
I'm drinking a Bloody Mary with Tito's vodka.
Oh shit! A Bloody Mary, and it's past your bedtime by about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's Friday though. I don't have to get up at 2 in
Oh
the
yeah,
morning.
yeah. Gotcha. It's not lazy, Brandon. Actually, you guys can call it lazy all you want. I really don't care. As long as it's done, that's what I care about. Well, I did have a good birthday. 46 now. Something happened that's never happened to me before. And I went out to my car on Wednesday, so this would have been July 9th. My birthday was July 8th. And my Impala tire, the rear driver's side, is completely flat. And I have bad luck at running over fucking nails and shit, so I'm not thinking anything of it. Well, shit, I'll take my other car and fix this, tomorrow, what have you. I walk over to my other car, and it's got a completely flat tire. I'm like, huh, okay. So obviously my dad's truck is in the garage. No one's touching that. So I took that, and I'm like, before I do anything, until I get an air bubble the next day, I'm not going to assume anything. I got an air bubble the next day, and I saw the fucking knife puncture wounds in both of my freaking sidewalls. Now, for you guys that don't know, if someone knifes your car the sidewall, you cannot save that tire. You have to buy a brand new one.
Well,
And
that was nice.
that ended up being about a $489 deal. And they couldn't have waited 2 weeks because I have my white car scheduled to get all new tires. I'm like, really? You couldn't have waited 2 weeks? But to let you guys know, I've never had my tires slashed in my life. No, I have not given any woman the 10 dick as of late, so it can't be a crazy fucking woman. And I'm not aware of anybody that I am on bad raps with, because just like you guys know me, I don't fuck with anybody, virtually or in real life. So I'm at a loss because I've never had my tires slashed. I've had my cars fucked with in a lot of ways. I've never had my tires knifed in my life. So that was my
That is
birthday.
pretty low. I'll admit that I did knife someone's tire one time. It wasn't yours, but this was, 25 years ago.
Yeah. It wasn't mine.
deserved it.
Thank you.
They deserved it, and I just did one. I didn't do all four.
Well, Ape, you've been to my house once. I had my cars parked on the opposite side of the street as my house because I have a tree company coming to do a bunch of fucking trim work on the fruitless trees and shit like that. So I had my cars parked away because, I don't want limbs falling on my fucking car. And they got slashed. And I am at a loss for fucking words to everybody here. I have no clue. The only thing that I can think of, and there is a couple in this town, that it was some punk ass fucking kid that walked by and did it, because
Yeah.
I have no clue otherwise. I couldn't possibly tell you guys anybody that I have an issue with. Obviously, I can't tell you if they have an issue with me because I don't know. And yeah, I don't know, guys. But look, man, anyone out there, come to me. Don't fuck with my car, man. That's shit that I pay for. I've paid off. I continue to pay on. $489 might not be a lot to a lot of people out there, but even if I'm a millionaire, I'm here to tell you guys that $489 is a fucking lot to me. And you got to make the fucking appointments. You got to fucking drive the car that can't hold the fucking air pressure for a block. So now I'm fucking with, my rims and everything else because I can't keep air in it. And I've got to schedule shit and move shit around and ask people for help and blah, blah, blah. The process is the problem. All right. And I'm at a point in my life too right now, guys, where I won't even turn this into the cops. Let me find out who did it, take your ass whooping and pay for it, and I won't even turn it in. Of course, that's not going to happen, but that's what I would do. Unfortunately, I don't have shit set up to catch that. My neighbors do. They haven't got a hold of me yet. So whoever did it must have been very stealthy. I don't know. But yeah, that's about all I got.
And to talk to Hemi here, there's an apostrophe in that your. If you're gonna call me a bastard, at least have proper grammar. Don't
Oh
be
shit,
fucking-
man! He just grammar policed your ass. Oh shit! I didn't put apostrophe in my your either, ape. I said you're fucking weird, ape. I didn't put apostrophe in mine either. My bad. But I did put the re.
Well,
Okay.
that sucks that happened on your birthday. You're probably right. Was it on the street side or was it on the other side?
So when you pulled into my house in front, I usually have my cars in the driveway. I had it on the opposite side of the same street.
Right, but were the tires flat on the street side, like somebody was walking up the middle of the street and not
Yes.
or was it on the curb
Yes,
side?
on the street side, not the gutter side.
Yeah, they could have just rolled up in a car, opened the door, and stuck a tire.
That's it. They could do that in 2 seconds, man. Bam, bam, take off.
Yeah.
And I'll never catch
And now he
it.
goes, "You are," and he goes, "You're a nitpicky bastard, eh?" Well, thank you, Hemi. I appreciate it.
Hemi, that wait 3 was actually hilarious. I actually laughed at that. That was good. Wait 1. Wait 3. Fuck you.
You'll never get away from the 3. It's going to follow you.
It's going to follow me the rest of my life. I pretty much already accepted that. So I've made peace with it.
Well, other than that costing you a bunch of money and all that bullshit, how was your birthday? Was it good?
Yeah, man. Look, I know what the guys here. Look, I enjoy the fact that I exist, but I understand birthdays aren't this huge thing. We don't do this anymore. We just give each other shit. That's pretty much our birthday. Like, happy birthday, Ape, you old fuck. That's kind of what we do around here.
That's what I told you.
Exactly. But no, I appreciate it. I got a lot of birthday well wishes, so I appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah, I agree. I enjoy the fact that I exist, but just like I talk about on Veterans Day and Father's Day, I'm a veteran and a father every day. I'm Jared every day. So, these birthdays and all that stuff, though I appreciate it, guys. I really do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a day for it because I'm that person every day.
All my birthdays are for is one closer to retirement, and hopefully I can get there.
I hope you can get there too, and I hope you get there very, very soon. I don't want you guys working until you're fucking 70, dude, unless you want to. I don't want you guys doing that. I don't want to do that.
Well, I can go at 60, so I've got about 6 years and 9 months. Hey,
Chucky,
346 here.
Who? Good to see you, man. Hemi, I've actually never once in my life been to a Chuck E. Cheese. I've never once been.
They have the worst pizza in the world.
Ape, I've never been to one, brother.
Well, you're not missing anything because, the box that the pizza comes in or the round that the pizza's on, you might as well throw some sauce and about 3 pieces of mozzarella on it and eat it.
Do you know
like cardboard?
Do you know what the cheapest, best pizza buffet I ever had was, at least back in the day in the 2000s?
No.
Was fucking CC's Pizza. You remember that?
We never had any, and the closest CC's to me is Denver.
Well, they had it in Lincoln at one time.
Yeah.
That's where I got introduced to it. So it's not around me either, brother. You have to go to Lincoln or Omaha to get this shit. But dude, back in the mid 2000s, it was like $5.99 for all you could eat, and it was good. It was even better than Valentino's, in my opinion.
I remember when Little Caesars pizzas were actually good. Now they just have the $5 sausage or pepperoni. You can't really. I mean, they used to have square pizzas, and you could have them any way you wanted to, and they were cheap.
Yes.
And I remember eating those when we were talking like you're talking 1990, 91, 92. And the Little Caesars were actually good. Domino's pizza used to suck. I hated Domino's, but where I grew up, we had Godfather's Pizza. We had Pizza Hut and Godfather.
Oh, dude, I remember Godfathers. Yeah, that was a shit back in
Godfather's,
the day.
oh fucking Godfather's was the best pizza around, and Pizza Hut
Godfathers,
was always greasy. And
God,
then yeah. So
and you're
there
right.
is
I
a
love.
Godfather's Express. It's in a gas station. They don't have a full menu, but you can get like
No,
breadsticks and you can get their most popular pies. But when I was growing up, Godfather's was and that was back home in Washington State. They were always the best pizza place to go to.
yeah, they were really good. And you're right. Pizza Hut, though I did like their pan, was greasy at the time. Now their pan now is less from what I've seen, and the flavor's good. I also like their stuffed crust, but Pizza Hut, I don't know, Ape. I've thought about this a lot lately, and it's not just nostalgia. But when I look at the old McDonald's, the old Burger Kings, the old Pizza Huts, the old Godfathers, the old Valentinos, the old USA steak buffets, this, that, and the other, Golden Corrals, it wasn't just the atmosphere. The food genuinely fucking tasted better. Am I wrong on that?
No, they've cheapened out and got everything as cheap as they can. I
Because
remember
it's not the
I
same.
remember
Hey,
that old steak buffet in Grand Island.
yes. Yeah. USA steak buffet. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to one with a couple of buddies of mine, and we were in Grand Island for a union meeting, and we went to that steak buffet, and I'll never forget the waitress had like 4 teeth in her mouth. You could tell she used to be a meth head. She was a really sweet girl, but she didn't have any fucking teeth. And she worked at a fucking steak restaurant. That's what cracked me up. She couldn't have ate a steak if you paid her.
The only way she's going to fucking eat it is if you puree that shit.
Yeah, you'd have to. You would have, oh God, yeah. I remember eating. We're talking about like pizzas, and Timmy's talking frozen pizzas. I remember 99-cent Tostino's pizzas.
Oh, Totino's.
Totino's, yeah.
Yes. You had
God, I
Jack's.
ate a lot of them.
You had Totino's, Jack's. Jack's was another one. You could eat the whole thing by yourself.
And every once in a while, if you had a couple extra bucks, you'd get a Red Baron.
Oh, Red Baron. Red Baron was like the creme de la creme of fucking frozen pizza.
Who said she eats a different kind of types of steak? Yeah, she looked like she'd eat a tube steak for a good tip.
Oh, dude. And then back in the day, brother, I used to get those Hungry Man 1 pound TV dinners.
Yeah. Yep. The Salisbury steak and that cherry dessert would always the cherry dessert, the cherry crisp would always burn, and so it was like a hard marbleized fucking cherry. And the mashed potatoes and gravy the mashed potatoes were always frozen in the center, and everything else was piping hot.
Everything else was piping hot. Okay, so if you guys understand that, then you understand that when you fucking bite into a Hot Pocket or a chicken pot pie, you're either going to get cold, it's either going to be cold, or it's going to burn the fuck out of you.
Yep. Yeah.
There was no other. Oh shit, man.
Timmy goes, but Saunders, the corn was loose.
Oh, good God. Did True Blood lose service there?
No, I think he dipped out because he's trying to contact his work because he's waiting on an empty trailer, and he's trying to figure out what his next job is, and they fucking stiffed him.
Oh, so they don't have his fucking load ready and all that shit.
Yeah, he's supposed to pick up an empty trailer at this Walmart distribution center, and they don't have any. And now he's trying to figure out if he needs to go somewhere else, pick up an empty trailer. He's supposed to be in like somewhere else in Texas tomorrow. Well, he can't even get there because he doesn't have a fucking trailer.
Wow. So right now he's just bobtailing, waiting for something?
No, he's sitting at a Walmart distribution center trying to get a hold of somebody at his work, which I think they all have weekends off. So I don't know if they've got one dispatcher that's on duty or something. But yeah, he's trying to find himself some work.
This is a common fucking problem. If everybody from the office had to do mandatory overtime like all the workers on the floor, I guarantee shit would change in a fucking heartbeat.
Well, it's also all the dispatchers are women.
Oh, good God. Good God almighty. They're going to argue about who gets a load.
Yeah.
That's my load. That's my load.
They're
No,
all-
that's my load.
And none of them are talking to each other. They all want their load secret. Oh, Riggs is here, and he says you're super gay, bro.
Well, he's lucky that I like him and tolerate him. Hemi, you're lucky I like and tolerate you too.
Hey, the 4th of July was just the other day. Did you go reignite your love?
Don't even, Abe. Don't even finish that sentence.
Oh,
no, I did not. I know what you're going to fucking say, and no, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just wondering because I know there's a truck stop not far from you, and you could get some gas station boner pills and go fucking throw her the pipe.
I ain't driving 12 miles north for fucking pussy.
You need Riggs there as your wingman.
Riggs is actually a fantastic wingman. But
Yeah,
Riggs knows.
He let you bed down a hog, and he didn't stop you.
No, he actually encouraged it because he's a shit ass.
Yeah.
You hear that, Riggs? You're shit ass.
He says, Riggs says, I scared the poon away. Well, he scared one right onto your fucking, your meat stick.
Well, he scared another one on the weekend. He was here for a friend to give me her other friend's number because she was too nervous to ask me if I was single. That actually did happen. Do you know how fucking crazy that is? When I'm sitting there with Riggs and one of my other buddies, and then all of a sudden we're checking out, and her friend comes in. My friend wants to know if you're single. I'm like, okay, this is actually really cool, but at the same time, I don't know what to think about this, man. Yes, I'm single, but I'm kind of cautious. And then she comes back in with her number.
Well, Hemi says everyone knows you're single. Come on, man, look at you.
I know, look at me. You're just lucky I don't have a head full of hair, man, or I'd be Mr. Steal Your Fucking Girl worldwide.
Oh, I think at this point in Hemi's life, he'd say, come and steal her.
Come and steal her. Get him out of here. Yeah, I showed Riggs some of the texts that I was sending her, dude. And believe it or not, even being drunk, I was reading my text. I'm like, dude, my spelling's fucking on point. And I got to read you one, just one, because I came up with this on the spot. And when I reread it, I'm like, good God, I think I just scared her the fuck away. Because Riggs was like, you didn't drive your point home. You drove it with the fucking sledgehammer. So I want to tell you one of the things I said. Give me 1 second here, brother.
Oh, you still have her in your phone, huh?
Well, it's kind of like in the texting phase type thing, you know, because, man, you know how long it's been since I've done any of this shit or tried to flirt or carry conversation with anybody. I'm just kind of going with the flow here.
Yeah, mine's been, let's see, I met my second ex-wife at the end of 2007. So yeah, that was the last time I had to do it.
I mean, I was taken completely off guard. I was not expecting that.
I don't always plan whores, but
so, you know, Ape,
for you.
Ape, you know me. I started talking about dick. And she's like, where did the dick come from? Are we talking about dicks now? I said, from my pants, and it was raised in a good home. It has manners. It stands up so you have a place to sit.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
I reread that the next day. I'm like, oh, God, I think I scared this woman off.
Oh, wow.
I don't beat around the bush, man.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, okay, yeah, technically.
You're
No, man,
pushing,
I just,
pushing rope around it.
yeah,
Oh,
that's how we test the waters. Well, you're not completely wrong there, Hemi, because I talk like this in real life. You guys know me. I say stupid shit all the fucking time. I'm not going to stop now. And no, she has not seen my dick, Hemi. I haven't showed her the dick.
wait a minute. I thought this was the one you were screwing.
No, I'm not
Is it?
screwing anybody.
No, this is the 4th of July girl.
Oh, no. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that again, man. That was a big fucking girl.
This is a different gal asked you if you're single and then gave you her friend's number.
Yes, completely different.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, completely different.
All right.
Yeah,
And
Mr.
you
Hemi,
scared her off with the "I have a polite dick and it wants you to sit on it" quote.
No, she actually laughed and keeps talking to me. So I
Oh,
did not scare her. I did not scare her off. But I also, I'm telling you guys that because I'm comfortable with you. But at the same time, I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, anything's going to happen. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. It did lift my mood. It made me feel real good that someone would come in and do that and was so nervous they had to have a friend at our age come tell me.
Rick says he could text the big girl for you and say you want a round 3.
Riggs, if you do that, I will fucking end you and your entire family bloodline.
Oh, what a
I'm not one BJ away from the plantation, brother. I know it's just my turn. No, don't listen to Hemi, Riggs. Don't do it. Well, actually, you can do it. It doesn't mean I have to answer it.
Oh,
No, I'm not doing that again. I looked at Riggs. I'm like, Riggs, dude, I was fucking down bad because this girl was fucking big, ape. Big. And yeah, I'm like, fuck, dude. I must have been in a fucking drought.
Well, the sweat off of her folds rehydrated you.
Oh, good God, ape. I don't want to think about that shit. I don't want to think about fucking from under cheese or fucking sweating the rolls or any of that shit. How big was she?
How big was she?
Well, I can't tell you for sure, but let me tell you what I do know. If I were to guess, about 5'6", maybe 5'6"-ish. She had to been every bit of at least 250, at least.
Oh, wow.
I'm just guessing.
Well, at least with girls like that, if you just start feeling around the fold, you'll find like a grilled cheese sandwich or something to snack on.
Riggs is 5'7" and 3 bills. I'm going 5'6" and 250. She's a big girl, dude.
Metal Gear Punisher says, "Oh, that walking purple gumdrop like Grimace." and Flanders was playing the Hamburglar.
Oh, the Hamburglar had to be convinced for 2 hours before he rose to the occasion.
So the Hamburglar was there. Riggs was Mayor McCheese.
Riggs is right. Riggs is actually right. She had to get into a divorce. She lives on 700 fucking acres, dude. That woman's fucking loaded.
Oh yeah,
You guys know how much 700? Do you guys know how much 700 fucking acres is? That's 700 football fields worth of shit.
Well, it's over a square mile because 640 is a square mile.
Jesus, there you go, man. So there's no way she got that on her own. There's no fucking way. It was either divorced or inherited. And I can't be convinced otherwise.
Who goes, "Hey lady, where'd you find that candy bar?" "I found it in my fupa."
That's when I send it to Riggs or Ape. Because I ain't eating that shit. Out of your fucking mind. No, I am going to I don't want to fucking do it. I really don't, man. I'm gonna get fucking security cameras, and I really don't want to. This is just another example, guys, of the low trust society that we live in currently. Because for you guys that don't know, the town that I live in is like 3,100 people. It had about 2,000 when I first moved here in the 80s. And anyone who's my age, close to it, or older is going to know back in the day, you didn't have to lock your car doors, lock your house doors. You could leave your car running if you're going to the convenience store. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody would stick up for everybody else's neighbor. That was actually a real thing. Neighbors would correct your ass if your parents weren't there. That was a real thing. Now, when you look at it, the fact that I even have to consider doing that to protect myself in such a small fucking town is fucking disgusting to me.
And you know what was cool is when it was dinner time, if you were at the neighbor's house, they fed you.
Yeah, they would. They just let your parents know.
Yeah.
You know,
Stay
they let
here
your
for
parents,
dinner.
you know, as long as your parents pretty much knew where you were at, you pretty much had a clean slate to do what you wanted until I'd say about anywhere between 6 and 8 o'clock at night. Then you better get your ass back home for whatever reason.
As soon as the street lights came on. Yeah,
Say
it
it's
was
better,
crazy
it's worse.
when I went,
Fact. This is how the world was that Ape and I grew up in. It's not a fantasy. It was there. It was real.
yeah. When I went and picked up Saunders to go to the meetup, we stop at the gas station and we're filling up and getting ready to jet. And the gal that works in the gas station knows Saunders, and she looked at my license plate.
Oh,
and,
you broke up
and
there.
our
Can
plate.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ape, can you say that? Ape, can you say that again? You broke up, brother.
Oh, we went to that gas station, and the girl working there saw my license plate on my car, and she goes, "Where are you from?" And I told her where I lived, and she goes, "I was just in that town like 2 or 3 days ago." She was from this area. And
Oh, yeah. You told me that. Yeah.
Saunders and I are 300 miles apart. But she basically lived in the town that I live in now, and now she lives in Flanderville.
Flanderville. For you guys that don't know, there actually is a Saunders County, Nebraska. Go ahead and look it up right now, fuckers. Look it up. Saunders County. That woman you talked to, Ape, she's actually incredibly fucking nice. She is so much a fucking good worker. Very nice woman.
Oh, she was a very nice gal. But yeah, she saw it because our license plates have numbers. The first couple numbers is the number of the county that you live in the state. Yep. And there's like 93 counties. And
93, fuck.
Yeah, I think there's 93 counties in Nebraska. And she goes, "Where you live?" And I told her, I said, "Well, where I was living, and now where I live, it's in the same county, 2 different towns in the same county." And she's like, "I was just there." And then she said her name. I can't remember it. She said her last name, and she goes, "You know these people?" And I said, "I've only lived up here about 1.5 years." So.
No, it actually wasn't a Casey's. It was, they call it a fill and chill now, but I still call it Uncle Neil's. So Casey's is right by it, though. No, we're not saying the county number. We know. We got bad apples.
We have gas stations down here that are called Come and Goes.
Come and Goes? They still have them? They still have Come and Goes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And how dare you, who? Iowa, Nebraska, pretty much the same. How fucking dare you compare Nebraska to Iowa? How dare you? Do you know what I see when I see Iowa anywhere on I-80? I automatically fucking assume idiot out wandering around, because every fucking idiot that either speeds up, slows down, rides your ass, gets in front, cuts you off is fucking from Iowa. And I'm not making that up. I'm not.
Yeah, when you're on the eastern side of Nebraska, if there's an idiot in front of you driving, they usually have an Iowa plate.
Usually is. I'm not making this up. Abe can tell you. It usually is.
Yeah, it was every time you go to a come and go, when you walk out, you came and went.
You came and went. Oh shit, man. Jizz and Jet, Hemi said. Hey, that
Yeah,
would be
the Jizz and Jet. Yeah, the
man.
first time I ever saw a come and go sign, I just fucking busted up laughing. I was like,
Well,
what?
I did too. I did
fuck
too.
is this?
Eight, because they actually spell it cum.
Yeah, you're like, what?
It's actually fucking spelt like cum. That's what's fucking hilarious about it.
See where I grew up as a kid, we had Circle K's and 7-Eleven. That was the convenience store. And your gas stations were like Chevrons, Sinclair's, but mostly like Chevrons and Union 76. You remember those stations? You have those?
Oh, the Union 76.
Yeah, they would give you antenna balls. It was a big orange ball with a 76 on it. You could put it on your top of your antenna. You there?
Here a lot. One thing that used to be that you don't really see anymore was oh god dang it, give me a second. Not Loves. Loves is still around. What the fuck was it called? 7-Elevens. We don't have those here anymore.
Yeah.
And we used to have 7-Elevens around here. Now they're like replaced by pump and pantries and shit.
Yeah. We had a 7-Eleven when I first moved to Nebraska. We had a 7-Eleven, and then it.
And we still have one St. Clair's. It's called Foots now. It's St. Clair, but the actual name is called Foots.
I knew this guy when I first moved here. I used to party with this dude, and everybody called him Beef. And I was like, and he was a tall, lanky, skinny guy. And this is when we still had our 7-Eleven. And I said, man, I gotta ask, why do they call you Beef? And he goes, oh, this is a funny story. And I said, oh, well, I've got time. Let's hear it.
I've got time.
And he said, well, one night I had been drinking, and this guy was a runner. He could run. He said there was only one cop in town that could keep up with him because the cop ran marathons, but he couldn't catch him. He could just keep pace with him. So if he got 6 steps on him, he could never catch him. And he said, one night I was drunk as fuck, and I went into the 7-Eleven when it was still a 7-Eleven. He says, I got some nachos, and he says, I walked up to the counter, and there was this old grumpy lady there, and she was the old bitch that worked there. And he said, this smoking hot girl was training. And he says, I don't know why I did it. He said, the girl goes, will there be anything else? And he says, I took my dick out and put it on the counter and said, I'll take a Slurpee to go.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
The cops were called. He's running through town with these nachos, trying to eat his nachos, running. The one cop that could chase him was on his ass. He says, I ran halfway across town before I finally lost him. He said, but you know what? It was worth it.
Oh my God, dude. That's a story for the fucking ages.
And then after that, once he told that story, after that, his name was Heath, but everybody called him Beef. That was his nickname from then on, was Beef.
Oh my God, dude. I don't know whether to be impressed or laugh or both.
I looked at him and said, you really did that? And he goes, I swear to God. He says, I don't know what took over me. He says, I just pulled the dick out, laid it on the counter. He says, the girl blushed and started giggling, and the old lady kind of gasped, and then she kind of like, oh my God. And then she got mad. You know, she was shocked. She was surprised. She kind of laughed, and then she got mad. But he says the girl was actually she was giggling, and she was like liking it. But
of course, it's got to be the old Karen.
To go.
The old Karen is the one that got pissed. Go figure.
Yeah. Yep.
That same old Karen that dude would have done it for 20 years sooner is pissed now because she doesn't get the dick pulled out on her no more.
Yeah.
That's exactly what probably fucking happened. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. Good God Almighty, man. Good news is, too, to give you an update, I did get both my cars back, so they are done.
Are you gonna have to still put new tires on your one car in 3 weeks?
What I had him do with the white car is he replaced both front tires with the brand new ones, and he's just going to do the back two when I bring it back in July 23rd. So that way, he didn't want to do just one and have it, tread unevenly and shit. So he's like, "Look, I'm just going to replace the front two because we're doing it all anyway, and then we'll just keep your schedule for the back two." And then he replaced.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some tires on my Silverado. I'll make it through this winter, but next spring, oh fuck, they're gonna be. Oh, it'll probably be $1,200.
Dude, it was for my dad's truck that I didn't get to show you. For the gold lettering was $1,200. I just did with a whitewash, and it was still just under $1,000 for my dad's 1990.
Yeah, your dad. That's a Silverado, right?
Side, because that's.
Yeah.
Do you know I could take that truck to a classic car show? I could take my dad's truck because classic is considered 25 years?
Right.
If it's, obviously if it's of, the pedigree, if you will, of something that is classic, that would actually qualify for it.
Yeah, anything over 25 years, I think, is an antique.
Jesus Christ. Well, what the fuck does that mean we are?
I'm a over double antique and counting.
Jesus Christ, man. If 25 years is antique, what the fuck are we?
Just old.
Good God.
Well, I'm wondering if True Blood.
I've never in my life until I went to the military have ever been cream or a Waffle House. That's a Southern thing. We don't have that where I'm at. Until I went to Georgia, I had never been to a Waffle House. I'd never been to a Krispy Kreme donut or Chuck E. Cheese or Cheesecake Factory. I never went to any of those until I joined the military.
Well, the closest Waffle House to me is Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins.
That's
okay.
Still 200. That's 200 miles. Couple hundred.
What we have here in Ape and Saundersville is pretty much Perkins and Denny's. That's what we got here.
Yeah, the closest one of them to me is over 60 miles.
Do you know what I miss? And the closest place is Colorado to go get it. I never had it till I went to Hawaii. Ape was fucking Jack in the Box. Because you guys don't remember, Jack in the Box, we never had in Nebraska. But if you guys remember, it was either the 80s or 90s. The first major fucking news story that broke about food poisoning happened with Jack in the Box. If you're my age, you'll remember.
Yeah, that would have been 19. I was 21 years old, so it would have been 1993. They had the E. coli breakout from Jack in the Box.
Yep.
And then
we
found out after that. After they got everything squared away, nobody would go to Jack in the Box. That was the best place to go to eat because they only had 2 people working there. They had a person running the front counter and the drive-through and a cook. It was usually a manager and 1 cook, and everything they did was completely fresh. I mean, there was nothing that they would only make it per order because they were so not busy. So that you'd go in there and everything was piping hot and fresh.
Yeah.
I remember going to Taco Bell, 2:00 in the morning. The Taco Bell would stay open 24 hours. You'd be drunk off your ass. Go to Taco Bell and get 10 soft shell tacos for, I think it was $3.99, $4.99, and you'd get 10. Go back to the apartment, just chow down.
I do like the fucking box barrel. Yes, sir. Dick in a box? No, I never ordered dick in a box. I don't know if they sell that or not, Hemi. What I did order from Jack in the Box is still the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had to this day. Sausage, egg, and cheese in between 2 fucking waffles. It's the greatest fucking sandwich I ever had.
You know, the one I miss is when I first moved down here, we had a Hardee's. And Hardee's and Carl's Jr., if anybody knows those, are
Carl's
the same
Jr.,
restaurant. But we had a Hardee's, and I was working midnights. I just started at the railroad. This was 30 years ago. And we were working midnights, and then you'd go to Hardee's in the morning after work, and they had biscuits and gravy. They had ham and cheese biscuits and all kinds of stuff, and it was a great breakfast and only cost you $4 or $5.
Yeah. Guys, seriously, back in the fucking day, man, breakfasts, sandwiches, even dinners and whatnot, you know, you're talking like you could spend $10 and have like $4 in fucking change.
Oh, there's Hem A. Hey, Hem A.
Yes, Hemi, I do have kids, so I do enjoy the box.
Oh, God, he's back. I've been waiting so long. All the funny things I wanted to say, I've forgotten already.
Well, you've already said most of them, man. You're good to go, Hemi. You're a very fucking witty dude.
Thank you, Saunders. Thank you.
Very witty dude. And another thing I love about Hemi is he'll call out shit the second that he fucking sees it on something.
Oh, who's talking about Oklahoma City?
Oh, who was asking me if I live near any cities? And I said, I consider myself living in really small cities, like $50,000 or under near me. That's what I would call a small city. But when you guys get 600,000 people and more, that's not a small city anymore. But the 2 biggest cities we have in Nebraska is Lincoln and Omaha. It's about 250,000, and Omaha's what, 500,000 or 600,000, something like that.
Yeah, I think there's 350 or 400 in the metro area. There's 1.8 million people in Nebraska, and 1.2 million of them live on the eastern side between Omaha and Lincoln.
Yes. And I want you guys to know that Lincoln and Omaha is not fucking Nebraska, just like your guys' cities at your state. It doesn't represent your fucking state either. I guarantee it.
I've been through both, and they're gayer than Saunders.
You're fucking gay, you fucking fuck. Did you call yourself a fat bastard?
Yeah.
Oh, you fat bastard. That means it's okay if I say it then. I didn't.
Am I wrong? You've seen me. Am I wrong?
That's not a fair question.
What's up, Riggs? How you been, man?
You're a you're a fucking big bastard. I'll give you that. You're my height, fucking 380. You're a big motherfucker.
Figured out why my mic didn't work down there, Saunders.
Why is that?
Went to shit.
It did.
Conked out somehow.
That's why we couldn't get it to work?
Yeah. Something went wrong with it.
So you tried to fuck with it when you got back, and it wouldn't work for you even when you got back, huh?
Yeah, man. I tried a different cable. I tried, lightly dusting it off. Different cables, and still nothing. So I had to order a new one. About $140.
Well, Riggs, I sure enjoy your company, brother. I can't believe the shit happened that did happen. But I'm glad you didn't have to witness it.
Hey, I'm gonna put something on the tube unless you want me in your tube.
Oh shit, that's the other one I didn't read to you guys. I said I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the tube unless you want me inside your tube. I said that to her too, Abe.
Oh God.
You are one romantic bastard.
Dude,
part of it was me feeding Saunders what to say. So
I'm all for it. Riggs was like this.
Saunders was texting it, but I was giving him all the ideas.
Well, the thing is,
you rotten bastard.
Well, I went with it.
I knew you didn't have any empties, but do you know when they're going to have it empty? Okay,
Brandon.
thank you.
Okay, Brandon's talking to a coworker there. The reason why I went with it so well is because Riggs, this
All
is
right,
shit that I
thank
would
you.
fucking say anyway. He's like, I know.
Well, we're pretty close in mentality on some things. So the way you typed it out, it just kind of jived.
Dude, it was hilarious. I had to
Oh
laugh.
fuck,
And
dude! Just
it did
that conversation when we started texting that chick, dude. That was fuck.
Riggs
We're
even,
sitting at the kitchen table, just fucking rolling.
dude, we were fucking rolling. And when I woke up the next day, Riggs was like, you might want to check your texts.
Yeah.
You said some things that you might want to deny at a later date.
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
I got to go piss, guys. I'll be right back.
He's got to go sit down to pee like a girl.
So, Rick, how far away from Frost are you going to be? Because you got land bought over there, right?
Yep, 3 acres. I'll be about 10 miles away.
10 miles.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be about 10 miles.
Well, for our Canadian friends, that's like 16 kilometers, I believe, somewhere around there.
No idea. I was at Walmart today and ran into a Canadian. He escaped.
Yeah? Did you say sorry?
I saw something so funny a couple days ago. I went to Home Depot, and this broad in a fairly new Dodge Ram pickup. She come whipping into the parking lot, went right from the front of the store, hangs a hard right around this one first pickup, and wants to get parked right close to the store. She didn't see the fucking electric cart that the disabled people ride in.
Yep.
She smoked that son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck.
I'm walking by here, boom, and I turn and look, and this cart scooting across the parking lot. She drilled it with the right front bumper. She just didn't even didn't even phase her. She just parked like 2 spots away, got out, and walked into Home Depot. I was the only person to witness this fucking wreck. She hit it right in the front basket, the little basket in the front. She drilled it in the handlebar and fucking shoved that thing across the parking lot. Fuck, I was laughing.
Oh, fuck.
No, Seraphin says 10 miles is 16 kilometers. Bob. Oh, it's close. I was right.
Yeah, I'll be about 10 miles away from him.
Yeah.
Once I'm staying on my property, though. Until I get on my feet, my license switched over, the banking shit switched over, get on the list for a P.O. box and all that bullshit. I'll be over on the western side of the island for a while.
Oh yeah.
I gotta show you guys something here if I can figure it out. I got a bitch with me here. What? What do you want?
Uh-oh. Doggo!
This is an Australian something shepherd. I can't pronounce the fucking thing. You guys know what I'm talking about?
It's part Australian. You can see it in the right side of its face.
Australian, like something a Healy shepherd.
A blue healer?
Not a blue healer.
I've had a blue healer.
My
real coarse hair.
Oh, that's good.
God dang it.
Hey, puppy.
Does it have real coarse hair there, Saunders?
Very fine, short hair. My mother's here. I'm hosting her because she's got her heart appointment and her knee appointment.
Yeah, that's got.
She's got her
side of the face. That's got some healer in it. Yeah.
She's got her fiance here. I don't know if you guys know how awkward that is for me to have another man that's not my father in this house. But she's happy. They've been dating for like 5 years. But I'm like, oh, you got to bring the dog down. Bring the dog down. She's deaf, believe it or not. until you walk in front of her or make like some type of base or something. She doesn't even know you're there.
Your ducky still in the other room?
Oh, you want to see it? You want to see the ducky?
Ape, I sent him a fucking ducky, dude.
Let me look this up.
Bag
You
of
guys aren't wrong on the blue healer thing, but that's not the name of it. Give me a second here because it's going to bother me.
It's a Catalua leopard.
Catalua. It's an Australian Catalua Shepherd. That's the word. You got it. Australian Catalua Shepherd. That's what that is. You got it there, Hemi. Catalua. That's the word I was
That
looking
wasn't Hammy.
for. That wasn't Hemi. Who was that?
That was me.
Okay. Well, you guys got it. Catalahua. Australian
The
Catalahua.
original Old Yeller. Old Yeller was a Catalua.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's got those albino eyes. Those clear eyes. It's crazy. Do you know
Who wants to know if you've got enough peanut butter there?
You have enough peanut butter? Eat a fucking dick. Eat a fucking dick. I'll go get the let me go get the fucking rubber ducky thing because Riggs bought this for me and God bless his heart, it is actually fucking funny. So let me get you guys.
Rubber dicky.
You're the one. You make bath time so much fun. He likes the rubber dicky.
I said rubber dicky.
Yeah. Oh, you said it with an accent, you know.
Sorry, eh?
Sorry.
This is actually pretty fucking funny. I gotta give Riggs fucking props for this one.
I got my hound dog pestering me too. She wants some attention, don't you? Yeah, you shithead.
Crying all the time.
So I got a package from Riggs. The first thing he sent me was this: eat a bag of dicks. It's a bunch of fucking dicks.
It's a bag of dicks.
Shut up! It's not funny. How dare you laugh at my?
You can put all those dicks in your mouth at once.
He can at least fit 20 or 30 dicks in his mouth.
Here's Riggs' rubber ducky for me. You had to buy me that. You guys see that shit?
Did you get that from Tony Steins? Don't be gay.
I didn't get Tony, but I get him sent to me in Discord all the time because everybody's calling me fucking gay. So of course Tony.
Don't take that one into the bath, Saunders.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't want to electrocute myself.
That's an extra large bag of dicks.
It's actually about the size of a package of M&Ms almost in real life.
Where in the hell did you find that?
I just looked it up, like a joke candy or something like that.
Fucking
Okay.
dick. Eat a bag of dicks.
Suck
Fuck
a
outta
bag of dicks. Oh, and there are little dicks.
It's like a half-eaten. It's a half-eaten Tic Tac, just like Riggs' pecker.
Exactly.
How many have you eaten?
No, I haven't opened the bag yet.
Liar.
He's got a monthly membership. He gets 8 bags delivered a month.
Liars. If it was open, it'd be falling out. I ain't ate no dicks yet. This is for you guys.
Remember, he said yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon, okay, now you're arguing semantics. This is ridiculous.
Did he say semantics? True Blood, what'd you find out from your bosses? Are you getting a trailer?
No, I'm getting the shaft.
Oh, you know he's one bad mother. Shut your mouth. You know I'm talking about Shaq.
Want a subscription of a bag of dicks? I don't have a subscription to dicks like you who. How dare you? I got my monthly dick bag. Yeah.
Hey, maybe you should text that girl that you have a subscription for bags of dicks. She might be
Fuck
impressed.
me.
What are you doing, Pixie? What do you think? You have all your short hair, white shit on my black fucking bed.
Look at that dog's reading lips. She's like, I'm gonna rub my fucking asshole on your pillowcase and give you pink eye.
I saved all my lint rollers from my other dogs just for such an occasion. So you're lucky. Because it's going to take like 9 of those lint rollers to get all your shit off my shit. You understand that? You're lucky I love dogs, girl.
So you got a dog, Saunders?
No, it's not mine, brother. This is, her name's Pixie. She's an Australian Catalahua. Thank you for whoever got that again. Shepherd. And my mom's fiance is down with her because I had mom's heart appointment, Frontier medical appointment, CPAP shit, and her right knee replacement follow-up. And he decided to show up tonight. Very awkward, guys, but they've been dating for 5 years, and she's happy. It's just kind of awkward having someone who's not my dad in the same house. I'm not going to lie.
And he's cucked you to watch his dog.
No, she kind of volunteered that. Oh, I ain't got no problems. I was hoping that he'd bring her. I love dogs to death. I'm just not ready to have another one yet, guys. Brandon, I'm sorry you're getting dicked around, dude.
It happens.
So are you gonna just pull the plug and call it a night? Then
Well, that's what they advised me to do. You know, they said don't hang out there at Walmart anymore. We don't know when we're going to get you a trailer.
and you were supposed to be in Houston tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of fell through.
I got all day to pick up.
You actually got a hold of somebody at your job, at your shop?
Yeah.
Oh, they must have.
Not that it did any fucking good.
Yeah. They have the. Do they have the flunky on as the midnight dispatcher
Uh-huh.
on call?
Completely fucking not on point.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Albino have pink eyes. I didn't know that. I was just assuming it had like albino eyes because they're so like translucent.
Speaking of eyes, I'm surprised you don't have pink eye, Saunders.
Got no pink eye. Ain't nobody farting on my pillow, dude.
Well, you did walk into the bathroom right after I dropped a deuce.
I did. And
Hey, Saunders.
what kind of host would I be if I didn't let you shit in my house? No, Riggs, you can't shit here. You got to go to the convenience store. Get the fuck out.
You got to go to the field next door like an animal.
If you want to know more about that dog, look up a Catahoula leopard dog.
Catalahua leopard dog. There you go.
Yeah, Catahoula, Catahoula, and then the word leopard and dog. So that dog has it. You can see it in the one side of her face, the markings on her face, because they kind of look like a blue heeler, or they got different markings on them. But there's a bunch of
they do look like a fucking healer. They really do.
Yeah, there's the first dog breed picture that comes up, there's a bunch of different colors. But yeah, I believe Old Yeller was a Catahoula leopard.
Well, I think a lot of people were talking about the healer because of this dog's particular eyes. Because the healer eye, it looks like healer eyes to me, like that translucent, like white and blue type thing.
Yeah.
Or white and like really, really, really light blue.
The
It is
Catahoula leopard is a mix of several breeds, including the Spanish Mastiff, the Bloodhound, and the American Dingo. I didn't even know they had an American Dingo.
There's an
They
American
were
dingo.
Yeah, they ate my baby.
What? I didn't know there was such thing as an American fucking dingo. Dingo was Australian.
It said American Dingo, not Australian Dingo, you dingbat.
You fucking
Well, that was a
dingo.
chick who had her baby eaten in Australia. You remember? She said, "The dingo ate my baby."
A dingo
Yeah.
ate my baby. They put my baby on the barbecue.
They were originally used by Native Americans and French settlers to hunt wild hogs and cattle. Weight 40 to 90 pounds.
I'll be damned.
You probably will be.
Well, I hope not,
Yeah,
Brandon.
you don't change your evil ways and quit fucking fat girls, you will be damned.
Hey, just because I did it does not mean I'm doing it.
So now-
Guys, did you see that post that I made just a few minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago?
A toast?
Yeah, I think that will explain everything that's going on with Saunders tires.
Oh, good God. Don't even look at it, guys.
Oh,
Because it's going to be fuck crazy, just like a Riggs thing. It's almost going to be like don't open a True Blood link, just like don't open a Riggs link. It's probably what it is.
well, I haven't got a notification yet, so let me go to your channel there, Brandon, and we'll take a look.
Of course you guys will. I wouldn't have it any other way. That'll explain Saunders to you.
Subscription.
Yo,
Oh,
Moki!
True Blood, I'm glad I finally caught one of your streams that I can actually come on to. I always freaking miss them, or I'm sleeping, or I'm not here.
Oh, yes. Oh, I see. Yes. The Sandhill cranes, their migration is coming through. Yes. Very nice.
No, if you have the mutant cranes that he's showing, I will run the fuck away from them, whether I'm in a cornfield or not. I sent Brandon that reply. If something like that's chasing me, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Well, I think it was one of those mutant cranes that got your tires, man.
Yes.
The Saunders Eve Corporation has been polluting and released a mutagen into the Platte River, and it's fucking up the cranes, and they're turning gay and angry.
Gay and angry. Okay, so instead of a cool mutagen like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my birds turn gay and angry.
Yes.
They're not cool fucking Ninja Turtles. They're gay and angry birds.
Oh,
Yep.
Rusty Rivers has the first comment. Run, father, run.
My mutagen makes you gay and angry, and every other mutagen makes you cool and a ninja. How the fuck did I come up with the short end of that one?
It's the zinc.
I have the
Oh.
zinc supplement upstairs. I showed you. I've got plenty of zinc.
You know, I think it was the byproducts from the Saunders Eve booty butter getting into the water supply that did it.
It makes them gay and angry. That's not a
Yeah.
good combination. I'd be angry if I was fucking gay as fuck too.
Angry gay birds.
Would you guys run if you're chased by a fucking 6.5 foot angry fucking mutated crane? I would.
Especially when he wants to fuck your ass.
Yeah. You're not getting my ass, and if you do, you're going to earn it.
Well, I just left a nice comment for you, True Blood. When are the cranes coming through there? They should be coming through pretty quick, shouldn't they?
Well, they already did. They usually come through in March and April. I can tell because all the fucking bird watchers have to stop on the side of the road and fucking do their bird watching. Now, I understand. Seeing thousands of sandhill cranes is a sight to see. It is actually really fucking cool. But when you live here and you see it all the time and you have to fucking slow down and get out of the way and you got I make faces past everybody that's like looking through their binoculars. I make sure to make the funniest face I can and I hope they see me.
we have them come through here this way. We don't get them like you do down in the central part of the state, but sometimes you'll hear them and you'll look up and you can't even see them. They're so fucking high up in the air, but you can hear them.
You can hear them, and then when you look up high enough, Ape, I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen this, but if you were able to ever see thousands at a time, it actually is a sight to fucking see. It's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, I was driving down I-80 one time. Right, it was right where that military museum or that museum is, and they have that Huey chopper right next to I-80. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if it's in.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there. That whole field to the west of them was Sandhill Cranes, and I was coming back from Lincoln one time, and something spooked them fuckers, and they all took off and come across I-80, and just basically blacked out everything. I could not believe how many fucking birds there were coming across the interstate at people doing 75 miles an hour. Like,
Yeah,
God, they better get altitude or this is going to be a hell of a wreck.
Well, when Ape says it's almost like a blackout, you get so many where he's not far off from the truth. That's how many thousands will fucking herd.
Oh, there's hundreds of thousands of Sandhill Cranes, and they all stop in Nebraska, and they nest right there in the field. It's crazy. It's an impressive sight, and they all have they make a unique sound when they're on the ground and when they're flying, and you can hear them coming for miles when they'll be up there 4,000 or 5,000 feet up in the air, and you'll hear them.
And you'll hear them
look up, and you only see them when the sun reflects off of them. And then you can see them. Yeah,
they fly so high and they caw so loud, even at that high, that you actually do have to strain your eyes sometimes. And then when you do see it, their formations and the amount of birds in those formations is just absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, it's definitely it's impressive to see that many birds in one spot.
As long as they don't fucking shit on me, I'm good.
Oh shit! Our Barrow put a comment in there. And he put a comment on there. Yeah, your left foot's a little fucked up in that picture, Flanders. You got.
Hey, I never saw that, and then Brandon brought it to my attention. I didn't pay attention. He's like, "Well, I had the late SE to fucking unfuck all this shit." I'm like, I understand, man. I didn't see it until you said something, and that foot is fucked up.
And unfortunately, we lost the best master wrench to ever wrench. And you got one eyeball, you got one eight ball fucking pupil and one really small pupil. So I think you either have a massive head injury or you've been doing some really hardcore drugs.
Well, I haven't done the hardcore drugs, so it's got to be a combination of something else.
You have that liver king pupil. The one's wide open and the other one's a pinhole. Did you guys see True Blood's video? He tried to shame me for a picture over in England. Boy, that is one crazy grandma that showed up to that guy's house.
Yeah, she was almost as freaky as that fucking what was it? Fucking that old bitch on Are You Being Served?
Oh, Mrs. Bouquet?
Yeah.
It's Bucket. No, it's Mrs. Bouquet. It's spelled bucket. That actually was a funny fucking show.
Had that little faggot in there.
Oh no, that wasn't.
Oh, you're talking about the.
Sure. Yeah, I was thinking of the other one with Mrs. Bouquet and her husband.
Yeah, that's funny as hell too.
Yeah, yeah. You ever talk about the purple-haired gal that worked at the store and Are You Being Served?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny show too. Faulty Towers was hilarious. There was only like 12 episodes, but fuck, John Cleese was funny in that show. Oh, we got the Bemis toilet flush cam.
Crab migration to my balls. What the hell, True Blood? The crabs are migrating to my balls?
Yes.
Till
Well,
the crabs run down my ball.
they're That's a good one. That's a fucking good one, Abe. Fucking Abe just ad-libbed Little John, and that worked out perfect. No, well, they need to pinch harder because there ain't no one pinching my balls enough to me.
No, they don't pinch you.
They don't want to pinch my balls. What do they want to pinch?
No, they just want to tickle you.
Oh, they want to tickle me. Well, I'm not tickled yet.
They haven't found your balls yet either.
Well, my balls have dropped. Thank you. They've been kind of taken away from me in the divorce court, so I'll give you half credit.
Hey, Riggs, it's too bad you couldn't have a false Flanders account and be texting that old fat girl for him.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
Her number's in my phone. I could text her for him.
Oh, good God. I'm not asking you to do that, so please don't.
You sure?
I will. I will be right back. I'm going to go make sure this girl goes potty here. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, he finally letting his date go outside and piss?
Yep.
Hey, Riggs, you were supposed to take pictures.
Yes, but Mr. Saunders was not feeling good.
Was the hyperhidrosis acting up or something?
No, he was not able to keep food down for the most part when I was there.
Well, you should have helped push it down with your fucking meat hole.
I brought whole packages of sausages for him to shove down his meat hole. But no, I thought about it, and I'm like, he's not feeling good. I'm not going to push the issue.
Ew, fuck. Fuckity, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck. Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to shut the stream down. There ain't going to be no driving tonight.
Well, it was fun talking to you guys. I'm usually in bed by 8 o'clock, so I don't get to hang out on streams too often. So this was actually made my night.
That's good, Ape.
Drinking some Bloody Marys, getting a little bit of a tune on, having fun, bullshitting, talking shit to some people. This is what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, no marriage, no cohabitation, and no new children. That'll keep you away from usury and indentured servitude. Because if you're a normal man, you get exposed to that bullshit because you like to fuck women, and they'll fuck you right back in the courts. Well, and if Hemi had bothered to stay online, because he's just too stoned to stay on now, he'd tell you, don't bring your fucking girlfriend around here. But he'd say it with a Canadian accent.
He must be part Irish because he pulled an Irish exit.
Yeah, he did. So help a brother out, like, but not too much, because just because Saunders has constipation, that doesn't mean that you have to reach up in there and pull out his turd.
Cool.
Don't fall for that trick. Riggs will tell you.
He has a poop pipe. He'll be okay.
You know, if anything happens and somebody's got to go in, send the hamster. He's a fucking expert.
Word.
Word. So the golden age of MGTOW is ahead of us, and I will catch you guys on the road tomorrow, hopefully. If I don't fucking drive back to my office and, well, do things that shouldn't be done.
Well, don't
So,
do that.
yeah. Y'all have a great night, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.